Everyone loves a good hack in their life, those things that just make things, well, that little bit easier, I suppose, and there's lots that we can do that apply to our e-mountain bikes. Here's a few of them. Now, something that is becoming more commonplace on e-mountain bikes, such as the specialized Levo and Kenevo, and of course those new Canyon Spectral on, is the use of a magnetic Rosenberg connection for your charger to connect to that battery, and of course that battery lead to the motor. Now, these are great at providing a great connection to the bike, but they're also really great at picking up all the magnetic stuff that's on your garage or shed floor. Now, a great hack to stop this happening to you is to try and form some kind of protective cap that goes over the end of your charger, so once you finish charging you can actually put that on. And I found a perfect solution for this is an old bicycle grip, not a lock-on grip, just the old flexi kind of one. You can simply fit that over your grip, drop it on the floor, whatever you like to do with it, it's going to stay protected and not pick up that annoying swarf, and ensure you get a great connection next time you come to use your charger. Something that will definitely ruin your day out on your e-mountain bike will be a snapped chain. Now, a great hack that I've learned over the years is to store a quick link on your bike. Now, on this bike in front of me, I've actually got a quick link taped to my rear brake hose, just duct taped it on there, knowing the fact that if I do snap my chain, I simply have a chain tool in my riding pack and that quick link, and I'm ready to go. And having that quick link, well, that's a 5-minute fix, and that's way better than a 5-mile push home. Flying with an e-mountain bike can definitely be a bit of a nightmare, meaning you have to remove your main frame battery before you take to the skies. Now, a few options to get around this is to either ship your battery out via ground before you get to your location, or once you're at your location, try and rent one whilst you're there. Now, specialized Levo and Kenevo SL owners might actually know that your bike will actually work on just the range extender itself. So before you fly, if you remove that mainframe battery out of it, and then just take one of these, which you can legally carry in your carry-on luggage or your safe luggage, 160 watt hours is perfectly legal, that your bike will actually work once you get there. So if you're just doing short rides, take one of these and your bike will definitely work once you get there. Just remember to remove that mainframe battery. Something that can be an absolute drivetrain disaster, aside from a snap chain, is a Freehub failure when you're out and about on those big rides. And something that can definitely save the day is a few zip ties for this one. Now, this is a very simple hack. All we're going to be doing is getting onto our cassette and then threading the zip ties through the cassette and around the corresponding spokes on the back of the wheel. Now, what this is going to do is attach your cassette to your spokes. In turn, that will allow the Freehub to engage and drive it forward. Now, the great thing about this on an e-mountain bike is that you have that front freewheel still on your crank. So when you are coasting along downhill, your chain will be spinning and not your cranks. If you were to do this on a standard mountain bike, it would make your bike into a fixie, meaning the cranks would want to go round all the time, but not so on an e-mountain bike. With this hack, it's definitely one just to get you home. Just be aware that your drivetrain will be in action all the time, especially when you're coasting along, meaning if it was to jam or get derailed, it could potentially take out a load of components and possibly get jammed and ruin a lot more. So just go easy on this one. It's a limp home, not a long-term fix. Now, one of the things you may have noticed about your e-bike's drivetrain is the inability to pedal backwards as you could do on a standard mountain bike, and in turn rotate that drivetrain to do things such as lubing and keeping an eye on that maintenance. Now, with an e-mountain bike, this is due to that front freewheel design in the motor not allowing you to pedal backwards. Now, a great hack for this one is just to find something that will go in your chainring bolts on your chainring. So this has a 5mm chainring bolt, and in turn I've got a 5mm Allen key, stick that in the chainring bolt, pedal my crank back, and in turn that butts up against the chainring and will allow me to do things such as applying lube or inspect my chain. Now, there are plenty of things on the market, such as this chainring stopper from Muck-Off, which will do an amazing job of doing that job on your bike, and it's got things such as rubber on there to protect your cranks, and it has a magnetic tip, meaning you can put different bits into there for different bikes and things like that. It is definitely designed for the job over bodging an Allen key in there. Now, you can get also creative if you haven't got any chainring bolts by just getting a zip tie, maybe a reusable zip tie, putting that around your crank arm and through your chainring, and in turn allowing that to pedal backwards. Loads of different ways. Get involved in the comments box, let us know how you do yours. Now, hills are probably one of the most fun things to be hitting on your e-mountain bikes, but occasionally we can get things that will halt our progress up the hill, meaning things such as pedal strikes, wheel spins, are all going to stall you on that hill. And a couple of options to get going here is either to stick it into turbo mode or boost mode, try and change gear as you inch your way up that hill, making an awful racket and possibly snapping your chain, meaning your ride's going to end early. But a nice little hack for this one is actually just to get off your bike, stick it down into walk mode, pull the front brake on, little endo, and all we do is shift gears whilst we're here on the spot. Get into that easiest gear. Once it's up there, you're ready to go again. Stick it back into boost mode, get seated, and off we go. Whee! So there we have it, a bunch of my favourite hacks that I love using on my e-mountain bike. Get involved in the comments box down below if you guys and girls have got any great hacks that I've left out of this video. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to us here on EMBN, and whilst you're there subscribing, get in the merch shop, check it out. Jerseys, shorts, socks, everything's in there. Grab yourself a bargain.